Hi, my name is Mike, and this is a story about my adventure in my lovely yacht, White Malkin.
The next three slides just show you even predict winds sometimes struggle with the correct weather routing.
I'm down below now, and obviously you can see it's dark outside. So I just want to show you something that we've got on the boat, which is an asset. There's no doubt about that. Like all tools, they're assets. So if we've got a system on here whereby we've got collision avoidance. So collision avoidance is radar and AIS, automatic identification system, for those who don't know. The AIS is set to safe distance 2 nautical miles, and that's the most you can actually set it up, because yachts only transmit at 2 watts. Ships transmit at 12 watts, but yachts only, the type of AIS transponders we've got only transmit at 2 watts. So you can see from here I've got the radar targets on, and I've got the AIS targets on, and it's 2 miles, and that gives us 12 minutes. And I go into radar, and you can see I'm transmitting now. So it's a quantum radar, and I'm transmitting. So we're sending out a signal, and the color is red, so the sweep will be red, and you'll see that should there be anything to actually see on the chart. So then we go back to the chart, and there we are. There's White Malkin just there. Oops, sorry that. And that's better. And you can see the wind speed and the current, direction of the current. And you can see the latitude and longitude, and you can see the heading magnetic and the course over the ground magnetic, and our speed over the ground, which is the most important, speed over the ground. And you can see the radar has now been set at 6 nautical miles. I can actually set it, if I press that there, I can actually increase that to 12 miles, but obviously it uses more energy. So it's probably just as easy to 6 miles is a long way, believe me. So anybody who hasn't got AIS, the radar should pick them up. And in the corner there with that little green light there, that is a 85 decibel sounder. So unless you're in an absolutely comatose state, it will wake you up, I can assure you. It has gone off. It's only gone off once in this whole voyage, interesting enough, but it did go off. But it does work. I used it in the last couple of years, and it's a marvellous piece of equipment. So there we are. That's where we're going, and so I just thought I'd show you that out of interest. Well, it's Sunday the 5th of January, and we're somewhere in the Atlantic on our way to Antigua, and also Guadeloupe. We're going to spend a week in Guadeloupe as well, so White Malkin will like that, I'm sure. And this is the view. It's an interesting view. This is a red sky, but it's also maybe downward for this area, but the wind didn't come from them, it came from another source, and thick wind don't predict that as such. So we are where we are. We can't magic ourselves into a different place, so we've got a reef with the main, and we've got a few rolls in the Genoa, and we're going to see where it takes us. And we've got a plan what to do, but just for it's such a stunning evening. gale warning ends at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're now approaching 7 o'clock in the evening, so we are very, very on the tip of it, which is good. We're not in the thick of it. We are here. And the sky is so red, even the red colours coming through the sails. Over there looks like a bit of a soft over there, I have to say. I had a few yesterday. Don't like them. They're 2 hours. They're short-lived. Usually 2 hours. If we get one of those, shorten sail. While it is what it is, it looks beautiful. So let's just hope. The boat's going well. We're got between 15 and 20 knots of breeze behind us, and the boat speed is anything from, well, as you can see, 5.5 knots to 6.5, sometimes 7, and that's the all-important one, the speed over the ground. And the one in the middle, or rather to the right of the middle, that's the echo sound, or the depth sound as it's now known, and that's switched off because it's 5,000 meters deep here, so I don't think it has enough digits on it for 5,000 meters. Anyway, see you another time. Good morning, everybody. It's quite early here. It's nearly 9 o'clock, and as you can see, it's only half light. It's the 10th of January, and I've been going through the night. It's pretty good evening. Lots to see. Star-wise, that is absolutely fantastic. It's very difficult to take stars with a camera on an iPhone anyway. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. Just to show you over there, you may see right over in the very far distance a little white light. That's another yacht. That's only the second yacht that's seen on this voyage from La Palma to Caribbean, and the vessel's name is Dove. I believe they're probably French, and they're on the way to Martinique, which is very nice. I understand, quite a nice island. They're sailing a little bit slower than what we are. We're doing nearly 6 knots, 5.5, 6 knots, and they're doing about 4.5 knots. So we've sort of caught them up overnight. Just called them up on the radio, and yeah, everything's fine on that boat too. So yeah, it's very, very good. We've got full canvas up now, and yeah, there's the daybreak. There's the daybreak over there. Sun will be up very, very shortly. It comes up very, very quickly, and by jingo, it goes down very, very quickly. I have my tea in the cockpit at around about 7 o'clock GMT time. I still haven't changed it from GMT, which I must get round to doing. Wind vane is good, all working very, very well. I haven't been fishing again since I last caught my tuna. I haven't finished it all yet. It was so bouncy yesterday that it was just, well, I wouldn't say impossible to cook tuna and with potatoes and leeks and what have you. But it certainly wasn't easy, so I didn't bother. I just had some pasta instead. That was just so easy. Sometimes you just have to give in to these things, don't you? Yeah, down below is all good. There you can see there the instruments there. It's just saying 4.7, 4.8 there, 5 there. So she shoots up to 6 knots quite quickly. 13 knots of breeze, and speed of the ground is 6 knots. It's saying there, so it's was. Yeah, around about 6 knots speed of the ground. There's a slight bit of current with us, not much. Most of the current here is going north, so we're not really going north at the moment. We're going, what are we doing? 261, 270, something like that, which is west, isn't it, I suppose. Yeah, so all is very, very good. The depth sounders are turned off. There's no point in having that on. We're at about 5,000 metres of water here, so I guessed that was not worth the having on. Yeah, I did manage to get some sleep last night. I mean, the past few days have been extremely bumpy out here. I'm very uncomfortable sailing. Dead downwind, I mean in sort of 3 metre to 2.5, 3 metre seas, and very confused seas in that. We did have the barometer dropped 3 millibars in about a couple of 3 hours, I suppose. I thought, oh my God, we're going to get a punishing here. And anyway, I looked and see there was nothing on the thunderstorm radar or anything like that. So I don't know what it was. Anyway, it rained, and which is good because it washed a lot of the salt off of the boat. The boat was getting rather encrusted with salt, so it washed that off. Yeah, where was I? Oh, I can't remember where I was. Yeah, I was asleep. Yeah, that's it. You can tell, can't you? Yeah, I am awake, just about. Yeah, no, I couldn't get any sleep for the past few days, actually, a few nights rather, none at all. Just laid in my bunk, yeah, but just rolled from one side of the bunk to the other, and very uncomfortable. Dead downwind sailing is not fun in any boat. I don't think I've ever been sailing on. But the boat handles it very, very well, and the wind vane, well, it really does handle it well. But anyway, doesn't do a lot of beauty sleep. So last night I was determined to get some sleep, so I wound in all the headsail, and we were not quite dead downwind, but yeah, just shy of that. And I did it under full main only. I thought I'll just go to bed. So I was in bed by 9 o'clock, and I think I woke about 7 this morning. Don't worry, I had all the alarms on. Yeah, collision avoidance alarm and radar transmitting. So it's, and remember, you can't see anything out here at night, so very, very, very little. Not so bad now the moon is becoming more full, but believe you me, it's just like looking into an abyss. You just can't see. But anyway, I'm going to go and put the kettle on, which is what I do, and have a nice cup of tea, and try and wake up even more. Bye now. Bye. Well, ladies and gents, that's the moon. Wow. That's the moon shining on all sorts of things. And this is what we're looking at when we look out there. I don't know if we can see that yacht out there. Probably not. Oh yes we can. You can see a little white dot between the little white dot there. There you go, that little white dot at the end of the boom. That's a yacht. And here we are, 500 miles offshore, 1,000 miles from our destination. This is what we come up against. And out there somewhere there's another yacht called Dove. We saw her this morning. She's a bigger yacht than this, and she is making her way to the Caribbean, like we all are, I suppose. Interestingly enough, the course that we're taking is maybe a bit longer in distance, but in time it'll be shorter, because that boat over there, the one with a little dot, he is sailing into what I think is a no wind patch, but that's look out. Difficult to film anything at night time because it is so dark.
A final predict wind forecast.
Well, there's a turnout for the books. We've got the cruise and shoot out at long last. It's an ideal condition for the cruise and shoot. And there it is. The sock at the top. And the tack with a take on it. And there's the clue, which sets beautifully. We're doing nearly 7 knots. 6.5, 6.8, something like that. And very steady. The hydrobane copes with it very nicely, and everything is good. I'm not fishing. I've still got some tuna left, and as I caught the beast, I've got to eat him all and thank him for his giving up his body for me. And by Jingo, it's very, very nice, that tuna I caught. Still got the main up. Sheeted in slightly more than what you'd normally have it because the cruise and shoot's taking the sucking the force out of the wind. And that's my toe. I'll leave that bit in. Yep, all very, very nice. What a beautiful day though. Absolutely stunning day. I think it's the 11th today. And it's the start of the mini globe race, the MGR 580s. I think they call them the Alma 580s now. I think some sort of sponsorship deal. But anyway, a great friend of mine is competing in the MGR 580, and they are just about left now. Gone 2, I think, is it, in the afternoon? So they left at 2. So now they're en route from Lanzarote. Marina to Antigua, and that's when I'm going to meet up with them all, and that's where our solo sail around the world actually starts, I suppose, although mine did start in March. But their idea is to sail around the world from Antigua to Panama. They can't go through the canal, they have to go over because they're not fast enough, so they'll have different range transport for that. And then carry on Pacific, Australia, Leon, Mauritius, Cape Town, St. Helena, Arrecife, Brazil, and then back to Antigua. And my journey will take the same course, more or less. And that was the inspiration for me actually to do it when I spoke to Adam Moore, chap's name. Number boat is 170. He built it himself. He bought my Sigma 36 Moonabout, and he kept her for a couple of years, and he saw this this race around the world, and he's a few years younger than me, so he thought, right, go for it. But first of all, he had to build the boat, and most of them have been built by the skippers. Some have been bought. 1 or 2 have been built by professionally, but primarily they're all the same. And yeah, so that's what they're doing. Look around. Not a lot to see apart from a beautiful horizon. There is another yacht out there in that direction somewhere, called Pilgrim. We were quite close last night, and got a little bit more southerly, which I can understand. But this is ideal for us because we're going to do the rest. We're going to sail the rest of the day on this course, which is almost due west, more or less due west. And this evening we'll down the cruise and shoot. And I think by this evening, I think the winds are changing anyway. It might even be winds from the starboard side, so the port side. So we'll see. Okay. Cheers for now. Bye. nearly 9:30, if it's not 9:30 already. Red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight, let's hope so. A bit thundery down there, but I don't know if we'll get it here. We've got about 700 miles to do to get to Guadalupe, and that's en route to Antigua. Just been checking out the navigation and the sail plan for tonight. I think we're going to leave it like this. The forecast is for the wind to go around the northeast. It's still north-northeast, I suppose, or east-northeast, should I say. It's got more east in it than north. So hopefully it'll go around to northeast, and then we can make a decent course over the night. Pretty much a standard evening, apart from the fact that there we are, full moon, absolutely beautiful, fantastic. That one light for the whole area right up until about 6 o'clock GMT tomorrow, which is about 2 o'clock local time. I've stayed on GMT because all the navigation is done by Greenwich Mean Time. The wind vane has performed very well, in as much that it's had gets weed, this sargasso weed on the blade, and that doesn't do it any good at all. Sends the boat all over the show, so we've got to be a bit careful because we're running dead downwind. There's the instruments, say, over 5 knots. Sometimes it goes up to 6, sometimes it goes down to 4, but pretty much dead downwind. One thing I can't show you, but I can tell you, I will show you as soon as I can. But we've got goose barnacles attaching themselves to the hull. They don't appear to be on the rudder, which is good because it's got anti-fouling on it, of course. But of course the top sides haven't, and we've been going now, I don't know, since the 27th of December, and the water here is about 32. I'll just see if I can get that temperature for you. Yeah, 32.6, so it's pretty warm, and I suppose they love that, don't they? Okay, well, I'll bid you good evening, and speak to you later. Bye bye. It's Tuesday the 14th, and it's 10 o'clock probably GMT, but here it's dark, probably 6 o'clock in the evening. It does get dark, and we're over 3 hours behind the UK, and this is the sunset of the red sky, but unfortunately looking around that way there's quite a bit of cloud, so I think we're going to have a bit of rain, but at least we've got some wind now, which we didn't have before. We've struggled all day to get the boat moving. In fact, we had to motor for probably 4 or 5 hours today just to get out of where we were, because it was just, wow, crazy. All the sails flogging and banging and crashing and what have you. So there we go. Yeah, so that's what it looks like tonight. And as you go around, you get into the black stuff. There should be a moon there somewhere. It's above the cloud. Oh well, good night for now. Good morning everybody. It's Monday is it the 13th? I think so. Anyway, whatever day it is. It's Monday. And as you can see from the screen, we are 50 degrees west. You'll also see on the screen a little green ship. Well, that ship looks as if it's just about to carve straight into the rear end of White Malkin. Well, it's not. Believe it or not, it's 4 to 5 miles away. I can show you a picture of that in a minute. Before I do that, there's just a photograph of the log, and I just put the dates down here because, believe it or not, there's nowhere to put a date. And just general bits and pieces. I've got my charts here, which I put the lat and long on the charts to get a course of history, where we've been, not where we're going. And as you can see from the panel there, we've just got the basic lights on for the daylight, 12-volt sockets, fridge, and autopilot, instruments, and a chart plotter. Autopilot is not needed, generally speaking. It's there actually for giving information. For instance, it gives us our yacht position. Don't know why, but it does. And I think it ties up with everything else, and that shows you the current, which is going north, which is what you'd expect in this area. There's the Iridium Go exec, all very, very good. Not actually on at the moment, so we're not, well, it's on, but it's not actually linking up the satellite, so we don't want it to. And yeah, so engine's good. Running now just to charge the batteries overnight. The radar going. Incidentally, while I'm talking to you, I will turn the radar off. You see the radar set at 6 miles, which is plenty good enough for here. Targets, there you go. Radar settings, transmit off, collision avoidance. We'll take the radar targets off and we leave the AIS targets on. So that just shows you how it all works there. Moving outside, oops, as I fall over, should be that ship. We'll see if I can zoom in and find it, just to give you a sense of scale. Where is it? These big, probably 3-metre seas, but they're hellish long pitch between each of the seas, and of course we go below the sea and he goes below the sea. It's just over there anyway, you'll see him, I think. Make sure I'm in the right area. He pokes his head up above the seas occasionally, as we do I suppose, but he can't see us that up there, so even on our AIS we're not transmitting the power that he is. We're transmitting at 2 watts, he's transmitting at 12. Yeah, can't see him at all now, but anyway, he's there. Oh, there he is, over there. There you go. So let's just see if we can point it over there so you can see it. Yeah, anyway, everything's good. Very nice day actually. Good sunset, good sunrise. Still suffering with the Sargasso weed. You might see it as we go by. It is quite challenging, the Sargasso weed, in as much that it gets round the blade of the hydrovane and it sort of influences how it steers, which you think about it probably would anyway, wouldn't it? But so all good and good. We're still wing on wing. We've been like that all day. We've been like that for days actually. So there we go. Anyway, nice to catch up. Bye. Look at these cold fronts on the final leg. This is our track from La Palma. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it entertained you. My next vlog will be in 7 days' time, and I very much look forward to you joining me on my continued voyage around the world on my beautiful Rustler 36 White Malkin.